everybody. Hi, hello, and how are you? How are you? How are you? Hi, hello, and how are you? How are you today? Well, welcome. Let's see if we can do some warm-ups. I'm going to tell you to do something. You can do it forever and ever and ever until I say freeze. Okay, I want you to start with wiggle your finger. You can wiggle your finger forever and ever and ever until I say freeze. If you stopped, you're a good listener. Okay, I want you to wiggle your finger and pull on your earlobe. Here's your earlobe. Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. You can do it and do it and do it until I say freeze. If you stopped, you're a good listener. Okay, I'm going to make it even harder. I'm going to ask you to wiggle your finger, pull on your ear, and click your tongue like this. Are you ready? Wiggle your finger, pull in, go. Freeze. If you stop, you really are a good listener. Open, shut them, give a little clap. Open, shut them, put them in your lap. They're in my lap. Creep them, right into your chin. Open wide your little mouth, but do not let them in. Very good. Can you do it faster? Let's see if we can do it faster. Open, shut them, give a little clap. Open, shut them, put them in your lap. Creep them, right into your chin. Open wide your little mouth, but do not let them in. I wonder, can you do it faster? Let's see. Take a deep breath. You ready? Open, shut them, give a little clap. Open, shut them, put them in your lap. Creep them, right into your chin. Open wide your little mouth, but do not let them in. Well, it's springtime and almost summer, and I'm here ready with my dress and my apron, and I will come up close so you can see my tummy. I know an old lady who swallowed a fly. I don't know why she swallowed a fly. It was easy as pie. I know an old lady who swallowed a worm. Boy, did she squirm when she swallowed that worm. She swallowed the worm, but she swallowed the fly. It was easy as pie. I know an old lady who swallowed a ladybug. Down it went with a big fat glug. She swallowed the ladybug after she swallowed the worm, swallowed the worm after she swallowed the fly. It was easy as pie. I know an old lady who swallowed a beetle. Fiddle-dee-deedle, she swallowed a beetle. She swallowed the beetle after she swallowed the ladybug, swallowed the ladybug after she swallowed the worm after she swallowed the fly. It was easy as pie. I know an old lady who swallowed a frog. What a hog she was to swallow that frog. She swallowed the frog after she swallowed the beetle, swallowed the beetle after she swallowed the ladybug, swallowed the ladybug after she swallowed the worm after she swallowed the fly. It was easy as pie. I know an old lady who swallowed a butterfly. Boy, did it flutter and fly when she swallowed that butterfly. She swallowed the butterfly after she swallowed the frog after she swallowed the beetle after she swallowed the ladybug after she swallowed the worm after she swallowed the fly. It was easy as pie. I know an old lady who swallowed a bee. A bee? How could that be? I'm so glad it wasn't me. It wasn't as easy as pie. Okay, so I'm going to take off my apron and my dress, and I'm going to read you a story called Chrysanthemum. Now, chrysanthemum is a flower, and it has 13 letters. Look at that. Look how long it is. Chrysanthemum. And it's by Kevin Henkes. And Kevin Henkes used to live in Racine, and he has a whole series of these mouse books that are kind of fun. The day she was born was the happiest day in her parents' life. She's perfect, said her mother. Oh, absolutely, said her father. And she was. She was absolutely perfect. Her name must be everything she is, said her mother. Her name must be absolutely perfect, said her father. And it was. Chrysanthemum. Her parents named her Chrysanthemum. Chrysanthemum grew and grew, and when she was old enough to appreciate it, she loved her name, Chrysanthemum. She loved the way it sounded when her mother woke her up. She loved the way it sounded when her father called her for dinner. And she loved the way it sounded when she whispered it to herself in the bathroom mirror. Chrysanthemum, chrysanthemum, chrysanthemum. Chrysanthemum loved the way her name looked when it was written with ink on an envelope. She loved the way it looked when it was written with icing on her birthday cake. And she loved the way it looked when she wrote it herself with her fat orange crayon. Chrysanthemum, chrysanthemum, chrysanthemum. Chrysanthemum thought her name was absolutely perfect. And then she started school. On the first day, Chrysanthemum wore her sunniest dress and her brightest smile. She ran all the way. Hooray, said Chrysanthemum. School! But when Mrs. Chudd took roll call, everyone giggled upon hearing Chrysanthemum's name. All the other people have names like Ted and Bill and Kate and Don and Joe. Nice short names. It's so long, said Joe. It scarcely fits your name tag, said Rita, pointing. I'm named after my grandmother, said Victoria. You're named after a flower. Chrysanthemum wilted. She did not think her name was absolutely perfect. She thought it was absolutely dreadful. The rest of the day was not much better. During nap time, Victoria raised her hand and informed Mrs. Chudd that Chrysanthemum's name was spelled with 13 letters. That's exactly half as many letters as there are in the entire alphabet, Victoria explained. Thank you for sharing that with us, Victoria, said Mrs. Chudd. Now put your head down. If I had a name like yours, I'd change it, said Victoria, as the students lined up to go home. I wish I could, thought Chrysanthemum. Welcome home, said her mother. Welcome home, said her father. School is no place for me, said Chrysanthemum. My name is too long. It scarcely fits on my name tag, and I am named after a flower. Oh, pish, said her mother. Your name is beautiful and precious and priceless and fascinating and winsome, said her father. It's everything you are, said her mother. Absolutely perfect. Chrysanthemum felt much better after her favorite dinner, which was macaroni and cheese with ketchup, and an evening filled with hugs and kisses and parcheesi. That's a game. That night, Chrysanthemum dreamed that her name was Jane. It was an extremely pleasant dream. Jane has 4 letters. Certainly a lot shorter than 13. The next morning, Chrysanthemum wore her most comfortable jumper. She walked to school as slowly as she could. She dragged her feet in the dirt. Chrysanthemum, 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 she wrote. She even looks like a flower, said Victoria as Chrysanthemum entered the playground. Let's pick her, said Rita, pointing. Let's smell her, said Joe. Chrysanthemum wilted. She did not think her name was absolutely perfect. She thought it was absolutely dreadful. The rest of the day was not much better. During nap time, Victoria raised her hand and said, "A chrysanthemum is a flower. It lives in a garden with worms and other dirty things." "Thank you for sharing that with us, Victoria," said Mrs. Chudd. "Now put your head down." "I just cannot believe your name," Victoria said as the students lined up to go home. "Neither can I," thought Chrysanthemum miserably. "Welcome home," said her mother. "Welcome home," said her father. "School is no place for me," said Chrysanthemum. "They said I even look like a flower. They pretended to pick me and smell me." "Oh, pish," said her mother. "They're just jealous and envious and begrudging and discontented and jaundiced," said her father. "Who wouldn't be jealous of a name like yours?" said her mother. "After all, it's absolutely perfect," said her father. Chrysanthemum felt a trifle better after her favorite dessert, chocolate cake with buttercream frosting, and another evening filled with kisses and hugs and parcheesi. That night, Chrysanthemum dreamed that she really was a chrysanthemum. She sprouted leaves and petals. Victoria picked her and plucked the leaves and petals one by one until there was nothing left but a scrawny stem. It was the worst nightmare of Chrysanthemum's life. Chrysanthemum wore her outfit with 7 pockets the next morning. She loaded the pockets with her most prized possessions and her good luck charms. Chrysanthemum took the longest route possible to school. She stopped and stared at each and every flower. "Chrysanthemum, chrysanthemum, chrysanthemum," they seemed to say. The morning students were introduced to Mrs. Twinkle, the music teacher. Her voice was like something out of a dream, as was everything else about her. The students were speechless. They thought Mrs. Twinkle was an indescribable wonder. They went out of their way to make a nice impression. Mrs. Twinkle led the students in scales. Then she assigned roles for the class musical. Victoria was chosen as the dainty fairy queen. Rita was chosen as the spiffy butterfly princess. Jo was chosen as the all-important pixie messenger. And Chrysanthemum was chosen as a daisy. "Chrysanthemum's a daisy, chrysanthemum's a daisy," Jo, Rita, and Victoria chanted, thinking it was wildly funny. Chrysanthemum wilted. She did not think her name was absolutely perfect. She thought it was absolutely dreadful. "What's so humorous?" asked Mrs. Twinkle. Chrysanthemum was the answer. "Her name is so long," said Jo. "It scarcely fits on her name tag," said Rita, pointing. "I'm named after my grandmother," said Victoria. "She's named after a flower." "My name is long," said Mrs. Twinkle. "It is," said Jo. "My name could scarcely fit on a name tag," said Mrs. Twinkle. "It wouldn't?" said Rita, pointing. "And," said Mrs. Twinkle, "I'm named after a flower, too." "You are?" said Victoria. "Yes," said Mrs. Twinkle. "My name is Delphinium. Delphinium Twinkle. And if my baby is a girl, I'm considering Chrysanthemum as a name. I think it's absolutely perfect." Chrysanthemum could scarcely believe her ears. She blushed. She beamed. She bloomed. Chrysanthemum, chrysanthemum, chrysanthemum. Joe, Rita, and Victoria looked at Chrysanthemum longingly. "Call me Marigold," said Joe. "Oh, I'm Carnation," said Rita, pointing. "My name is Lily of the Valley," said Victoria. Chrysanthemum did not think her name was absolutely perfect. She knew it. That's her running home. The rain stopped and the rainbow's out. There. Okay. I have with me 5 little flowers. I can get them up here so you can count them. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 little flowers growing in a pot. The first one said, "To grow it has to be hot." The second one said, "We also need some rain." The third one said, "In order for growth to gain." The fourth one said, "It's going to take days and hours." And the fifth one said, "At which point we will become full-grown flowers." All right, putting my flowers away. Are you ready for head and shoulders? Okay, let's see. Can you show me your nose? Can you show me your ears? Can you show me your head? Can you show me your mouth? And show me your eyes. Okay, I'm going to pull back and stand up. And I want you to show me your head, your shoulders, your knees, and way down your toes. Okay? Let's do it. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes, and eyes and ears, and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Very good. But I'm going to make it go faster. So you ready? Okay. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes, and eyes and ears, and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Did you go faster? Well, let's see. Let's see if you can go even faster. All right? Ready? Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, and eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, Ooh-wee. This is a story about a farmer who plants a tiny little seed, a turnip seed. And it's in the spring, kind of like now when some of us are planting our vegetables and flowers. And when that seed became a plant, it became a giant turnip. And so the farmer said, "I better pick it now." So the farmer took a hold of the turnip and he pulled and he pulled and he pulled. But the turnip wouldn't come up. So he saw his wife out in the yard and she was hanging clothes on a clothesline, which some people still do. And he said to his wife, "Oh my goodness, this is a big turnip and I couldn't pull it by myself. Do you suppose you could help me?" And she said, "Oh, sure." So the farmer's wife took a hold of the farmer, and the farmer took a hold of the turnip, and they pulled, and they pulled, and they pulled. But the turnip wouldn't come up. So the farmer's wife saw her daughter feeding the chickens, which is what you do when you're on a farm. And she went over to the farmer's daughter and she said, "Oh, my goodness, this turnip is so big, we need your help. Can you help us?" And the daughter said, "Oh, sure, I'll help you." So the farmer's daughter took a hold of the farmer's wife, and the farmer's wife took a hold of the farmer, and the farmer took a hold of the turnip, and they pulled, and they pulled, and they pulled. But the turnip wouldn't come up. So the daughter saw the dog out by the barn, and the dog was chasing its tail. And she said to the dog, "Oh my goodness, we tried to pull this huge turnip, but it wouldn't come up. Can you please help us?" And the dog said, "Oh, yes, sure. Oh, I'd be glad to." And so the dog took a hold of the farmer's daughter, and the farmer's daughter took a hold of the farmer's wife, and the farmer's wife took a hold of the farmer, and the farmer took a hold of the turnip, and you've got to help me now. They pulled, and they pulled, and they pulled, but the turnip wouldn't come up. Well, out by the sun, by the barn, was a cat, and the cat was sleeping. And so the dog woke up the cat, and he said to the cat, "Oh, we tried to pull that darn turnip. It was so big. Could you please help us?" And the cat, waking up from a nice nap, said, "I guess so." So the cat took a hold of the dog, and the dog took a hold of the farmer's daughter, and the farmer's daughter took a hold of the farmer's wife, and the farmer's wife took a hold of the farmer, and the farmer took a hold of the turnip. Now you got to help with this. And they pulled, and they pulled, and they pulled. But that darn turnip wouldn't come up. Well, scurrying around trying to find all kinds of food to eat was a little mouse. And the cat went over to the mouse and he said, "My goodness, we've been trying to pull that big turnip, but it won't come up. Do you suppose you could help us?" And the mouse said, "I can do that all by myself, but since you're here, okay." So the mouse took a hold of the cat, and the cat took a hold of the dog, and the dog took a hold of the farmer's daughter, and the farmer's daughter took a hold of the farmer's wife, and the farmer's wife took a hold of the farmer, and the farmer took a hold of the turnip, and they pulled, help me here, and they pulled, and they pulled, and up came the turnip. And you know what the mouse said? "See, I told you I could do it." Well, this is still springtime, and what I love about spring is that the breezes and the wind blows, and if you have a pinwheel, it goes like this. Ah, the wonder of spring. The signs are there. Flowers, green grass, budding trees are waiting to share. But wait! Ladybugs, mosquitoes, buzzing bees and whizzing flies. Ah, the wonder of spring. Here come the insects, everyone cries. It's hard to make that go. Okay, we're going to plant seeds, and we're going to sing a song called "The Gardener Plants the Seeds," and it's to the tune of "The Farmer in the Dell." So it goes, "The gardener plants the seeds, the gardener plants the seeds, deep down inside the ground, the gardener plants the seeds. Then the rain clouds give them water, the sun gives heat and light, the gardener pulls the weeds, and the seeds grow into flowers." So we plant the seeds by dropping the little seeds into the ground. The rain clouds give them water. The sun gives heat and light, so it's coming out like rays. Gardener pulls the weeds, and the seeds grow into flowers. Okay? The gardener plants the seeds, the gardener plants the seeds, deep down inside the ground, the gardener plants the seeds. The rain clouds give them water, the rain clouds give them water. Seeds need some water to drink, the rain clouds give them water. The sun gives heat and light, the sun gives heat and light. Seeds like it, warm and bright, the sun gives heat and light. The gardener pulls the weeds, the gardener pulls the weeds. Seeds need the room to grow, the gardener pulls the weeds. The seeds grow into flowers, the seeds grow into flowers. Flowers that are so beautiful, the seeds grow into flowers. Well, let's find Mrs. Wishy-Washy. It's by Joy Cowley. Oh, better light? Okay. Here's Mrs. Wishy-Washy. And we're going to act this out. Now, when Mrs. Wishy-Washy comes along, she has her hands on her hips, just like this. And then sometimes she puts her hand to her brow. Oh! And sometimes she points. And in this story are three animals. There's a cow, and the cow jumps in the mud. There's a pig, and the pig rolls in the mud, and you can do all these things. And there's a duck, and she paddles in the mud. And the best part of it all is when they get washed. And they go like this. Wishy-washy, wishy-washy. So, hands on her hips, hand to brow, pointing. And the cow jumps in the mud, the pig rolls in the mud, and the duck paddles in the mud. And they get washed, and it goes like this, and you do this with me. Wishy-washy, wishy-washy. Okay, you ready? Mrs. Wishy-Washy. And the jumping in the mud. Oh, lovely mud, said the cow. And she jumped in it. Oh, lovely mud, said the pig. And he rolled in it. Are you rolling in the mud? Even if you're in your chair, you can do that. Oh, lovely mud, said the duck. And she paddled in it. All right, you ready for Mrs. Wishy-Washy? Hands on her hips. Along came Mrs. Wishy-Washy. Hand to brow. "Ah, just look at you," she screamed. Now she's going to point. In the tub you go. In went the cow. Wishy-washy, wishy-washy. In went the pig. Wishy-washy, wishy-washy. In went the duck. Wishy-washy, wishy-washy. Okay, along comes Mrs. Wishy-Washy. Get ready, hands on hips. That's better, said Mrs. Wishy-Washy, and she went into the house. Away went the cow. Away went the pig. Away went the duck. Where are they going? Did you guess? Oh, lovely mud, they said. The itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. Then the itsy bitsy spider went up the spout again. Let's see if we can find the spider. I have a little spider with me, but he's kind of funny. Sometimes he doesn't like to come out and play. And other times he does. But, I'm going to see if I can find him here. Oh, a spider, spider, spider. Come out. Uh-oh. He's hiding. He's inside there. He's hiding. How do we get him to come out? Well, how about on the count of 3 we say, "Oh, spider, come out." Okay, you ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, spider, come out. I see an eye, but he's still not out. Oh dear, what'll we do? Maybe we were too loud. Do you think we were too loud? All right, let's whisper. At the count of 3, go, oh, spider, come out. You ready? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Oh, spider, come out. I see his eye, but he still won't come out. How are we ever going to make him come out? Well, let's see. We did it loud and we did it whisper. Oh, I know. Let's use the magic word. We can kind of whisper because I think we scared him the first time. We just say, 1, 2, 3. Oh, spider, come out, please. Okay, you ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, spider, come out, please. There he is. There he is. We did it. Okay, I'm going to sing a song, and I want you to sing just what I sang after me, like an echo. I am busy, said the spider, very, very busy, very, very busy, spinning my web, I am busy, said the spider, story hour is over, see you next week, Bye-bye.